Hit record. All right. Well, I don't know what good it does to record if I can't upload them to YouTube, but hopefully someday I can get them to upload. I don't know if I don't know. It says connection is not strong enough or something. I don't know. So maybe I'll try and figure it out this weekend if I have some extra time. But yeah, so first Tuesday in October, it's crazy, insane that it's already October, but it is what it is, I guess. And so I'm going to share my screen with you guys and just kind of go over a few things. So first things first is I made this calendar. I had written it out last week and then got around to making it last night. But I tried to do, the month looks the same as what like our months typically look like. We have our challenge group the first and third Mondays of the month. We've just kind of started getting back into running some free groups. That's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. And then usually that last week of the month, sometime we have that coach sneak peek. I like doing the live events. I know like this last one, I don't think we had as many new prospects in there as we did like a couple times ago, but I like the live feature. I just feel like even if people, even if they can't jump on, at least they know that we did the videos live and that it's not recorded. And I like that feel and that aspect of it. And I know the people that I have had in there have really liked that aspect as well too. They get kind of a real life, real time scenario and situation, that kind of thing. So, and team calls on Tuesdays. So what I tried to do with this calendar was not only share, what is going on in the month, but also just some tips and stuff to help you plan your month in terms of your posting on your social media and things. So I tried to break it down. Last month I made a posting calendar, but I really tried to think about like what it is that goes through my mind when I'm posting daily, or as a new coach, like what are some things that I think are 3 things that you could really post about every day and make it worthwhile and make it your social media presence felt. So one thing I think always is important to post about, and it's just something I've always done from day one, and I think that's what really sets people up to look at you as an example, is to post about your workout every day. If you are showing that you are doing it every day, mixing it up between just a sweaty selfie or a picture of you doing the exercise, sharing a quote or sharing a struggle, just talking about your workout in a different way. I think if you post about that every day, that just shows that you show up every day and you do your workout and you're that product of the product. The second thing you could post about is I like to try and shuffle between something motivational. So whether that be like in the beginning, I took a picture of a quote or like something off of Pinterest and put that on there. And now if I do that, I try to put it with a picture of me, or I try to do it in some kind of different creative way, but either sharing something motivational, sharing something personal. So whether it is something with family or something happened at school or something like that, and then sharing a recipe or sharing Shakeology. So try to choose one of those 4 things to choose for kind of like my not so much my midday, but like my 4 o'clock time post or whatever, something from that area. And then at night, I feel like I usually get the most traction from my posts at night because people are usually on Facebook then, or they're winding down watching things on TV, so they're scrolling through. So I always try to leave my most important posts for the last one. And so something to think about is either something from the challenge group, something about your challenge group, something about coaching. And I put answer the breadcrumbing questions, and I know I've typed them and shared them in other places, but like I have them posted on my wall right here. And so when I'm struggling for something to write about or talk about, I just pick one of those questions and I just let it flow from my brain of how I want to answer it. So like, for example, like a breadcrumbing question, what's a tough moment that you had to overcome or that you struggled with? So for me, I would talk about nutrition. Like I struggle with nutrition, and I did when I started, And I still do now. So if I wanted to answer, a question tonight about that, I could talk about that tough moment, having to overcome that. Or I've been striking out with people left and right hardcore. And so the other night, Sunday night, I was in the shower, and for whatever reason, like my posts have been coming to me when I'm taking a shower. I don't know why. If I just like mentally am relaxing, like the hot water is relaxing me, and like I just start thinking more. But I was in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm so tired of people using their kids as the excuses. And so like I wanted to try and come across as saying, you know what, I'm doing this so that someday my daughter will look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up, or because of you, I know I can do this or I can do that. And so, taking those objections and turning those into posts and answering those at night. So trying to leave an important post, and by challenge group or coach, I don't mean, hey, we have a group, come join my team. I just mean talking about that. We had a new group start Monday, talking about how everybody's so engaged and everybody's so positive, and the group is off to an awesome start, talking about things like that. So I was just trying to think of some things that as a new coach, is easy for you to talk about and share, and trying to get those 3 posts in a day and building your credibility, building your following, and those kind of things. I had question marks here on the 31st because we'll just kind of play that by ear. It's so hard when there's 3 Mondays in a month to kind of figure out, more than likely we probably will have a challenge group that day, because we just usually just get in a routine of doing one every week. But then we'll probably still have one November 7th. So we'll probably go, and Core to Force launches then too. So we'll probably have something going on with Core to Force. I don't know if it launches on the 31st or November 1st. I'm not really sure. Actually, I think, are they doing it like they did Country Heat? Like the challenge pack will launch on the 31st, but the base kits will be on the 1st or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because everything I see says November 1st. And so I was thinking that we would get it, kind of like that day before, like we did last time, is what I was hoping, because like that 31st is a Monday, which would be awesome if you need to finish Success Club points or something, for October. And then you could also even, fluctuate between the two.
For some reason, I feel like I saw somewhere that it'll be just like with Country Heat. So I feel like the challenge pack will come out first. Because I remember Country Heat, the challenge pack came out on like the 28th. And then, or the 27th. And then the next day, the ones. Everything. Yeah. So anyway, somewhere around there, Core to Force will launch. I'm guessing that later this week and next week, like Alyssa and Melanie will be talking about that. I kind of like to hear what they have to say and what their strategies are for marketing it before I kind of game plan a strategy there too. So I'll be sure to share that stuff. And so to be honest, I could see us doing like an exclusive Core to Force group on the 7th, kind of like we did with Country Heat and stuff. So we'll kind of play that by ear. It'll be a busy time, but I think a lot of people will be excited for it, and hopefully it's something that as a team we can really work on launching too. And it's kind of like the sooner that you do it and start promoting it, the better. But it's hard too, because you want to make sure you hit Success Club first. You don't want to wait until the 31st to try and get 3 people to buy a challenge pack, because that just doesn't always work in your favor. So, and then in the middle of the calendar, I was thinking about just some questions that I hope when you look at this calendar, like you remember, what your goals are, what's your Success Club goal? What are you pushing for each month? What are you working towards? How many coaches do you want to add? What PD are you reading? Just because I think sometimes it's easy to lose sight of what your goals are. And I think the more you think about them, the more you have them in the forefront of your mind, then the more likely they are to happen when you're constantly thinking about them. And then things to do every day. I had somebody ask if I'm going to do a 3 Vitals group again this month. And it's like, yeah, I would love to, but I just can't commit to doing another group and posting and something and taking that time. But to be honest, if you're doing these things right here every single day, that's your 3 Vitals right there. You don't need me to post in a group and tell you to add 5 people today. That should be something that you should be doing every day, no matter what. So, you're inviting or you're connecting with people every day. I started doing this 2 weeks ago. I did it on Friday. So I looked at all the people that I was going on my calendar that I was going to invite like this week. And last Friday I sent them a message and I said, hey, happy Friday. How's it going? Do you have big plans for the weekend? And probably half of them like messaged me back and we talked back and forth and they were like, hey, what are you doing? And then I was like, oh, I'm in Ames. I'm going to the game. I hope we don't get slaughtered, you know? And then we had a conversation going about that. So now like tomorrow or Thursday when I send them an invite, I don't feel like it will be so awkward. And so I kind of took that tip from Megan and just tried to maybe connect more with them. You know, I'm still have that interest list on Facebook. I'm still liking and commenting on their posts and stuff, but I thought I'm going to give this a try and just see if it helps, you know, at least have them respond to me with some ways of getting back to me rather than just no messages coming back. So inviting or connecting, following up with people, checking back every 2 to 3 days. One of the message threads, I shared some examples of how I follow up with people. And I'm being dead honest, like usually that third time I follow up, most people will get back to me and they'll just say, oh my gosh, like I've just been so busy. I start to message you back and then I forget. And it's like, you know, that I get it. Like I get that they're busy and that's fine. So don't feel like you're bugging people. You know, if after that third time they still don't say anything, then I kind of take them off my list or I add them to maybe check back with in 3 months, depending on how our previous conversations went. But a lot of success comes in that follow-up and getting back to people and checking back with them. Posting, you know, being product of the product, posting your workout, drinking your shake, you're sharing recipes, all that kind of stuff, posting about that in some capacity. Checking into the challenge groups, that is so important. Checking in not only with your challengers, but just everybody's challengers and just, you know, making sure that they're having a great experience and that they are having a good time, because that's where results come from and that's where coaches come from and all that good stuff. Personal development, make sure you're doing that in some form, and then adding 5 to 10 new friends, new people to your contact list for sure. So there's kind of a rundown of October. Like I said, there's not a ton that's different. Oh, and then over on like the Sunday. So what I meant here was like, okay, so during this week, your focus should be like, if you're going to do a free group, your focus should be posting and talking about your free group. And then next week, you're wanting to be posting and promoting and talking about your challenge group. So maybe you're going to really post more about fitness and you're going to post more about clean eating or your recipes or that kind of thing. So you're going to post more about that this week. And then that next week, the third week, you're going to talk more about coaching. So what's coaching done for you, what you have gained from it, you know, your experience with it, why you're doing it. Because so each week prior to whatever's going on, you know, you want to be talking about that. You want to be sharing about that, because you can't just throw up a post on Sunday night saying, hey, I have a coach sneak peek. Who wants to find more information? Because people need to see something 2 or 3, 4, 5 times before it finally clicks and they want more information. So there's just kind of some things to throw out and think about too in some form to focus on. So there's a little bit about October. Hopefully that helps. I will try to have like November kind of figured out sooner, so that way I know some of you were wondering about. But usually you can always plan on a challenge group starting the first Monday of the month with something going on there. So, and it looks pretty much the same month in, month out. Just dates are different and that kind of thing. But the next thing is it's the 4th of the month. And we have 4 people that already have successful points. So Megan has 4, Abby has 2, Riley has 2, and Shannon has 2. So awesome job, you guys, on already having, helping some people, changing some lives, and getting your points and getting your name up on that board. So, all right. So now what I wanted to talk about was showing you kind of how I set up my event through my like page, and how if you are wanting to promote your event, make your event an ad, I'll kind of show you how to do that. I started the Jessie Reagan training last spring, I didn't really get a whole lot into it until the summer. I started working on it again. And then school started and I haven't really done a ton with it. So I'm actually not going to promote this free group that I'm going to run on Monday. I'm actually just going to create an event and just kind of work on the people that I have in there, and hopefully I can get some new people in just from putting it on my page. Reason being is because I need to do a little bit more with my like page. I feel like I don't know. I don't have a lot of interaction there where I feel as though I should before I continue to promote things. But I will show you how, through Jesse Reagan's training, he kind of talks you through how to find an audience. But it's something that I had to build up to, so I'm going to show you how to do it. But I can't promise that you will have instantly 50 people that want to join your challenge group, because like the insights, I think I've ran ads to 15, maybe 20 different audiences, and I have not had a single person commit yet. So, I mean, it's a work in progress. It's an investment I've made and I was willing to make and stuff. But so I will kind of walk you through that. But so this group that I'm going to do on Monday is I'm going to do a water challenge, and then like healthy tailgating snacks, or like just healthy snacks. So what I kind of did is I wanted to show you, let's see if I can get rid of this. I wanted to show you my group, and I kept the group the same from, I kept the group the same from my August group. So here is like, and then at the end of this group, I asked for their feedback. So like what they wanted to see, if they liked 7 days, if they wanted 5 days. I didn't get a ton of feedback, but like some people wanted snack ideas, you know, different stuff like that. But so I wanted to show you here. I kept all my content from the first group I did. Maybe it'll go. Okay. So like all the way down here, I have my group that I did in August. So like I just kept all of the content up there, the recipes up there, my workouts up there, so they could still get to them. So I keep the same group. That way, like the people that I had in there before, they don't have to rejoin. Like they're just kind of continuously in there. So hopefully they can just keep seeing me every month and working with me every month. But I kept all that stuff up there. Then when it came time to change the group, I just changed it. So I changed it from Buns and Guns in August to Crockpots and Crunches in September. I changed updated the description. I changed the group photo, did all of that stuff. I did a little giveaway at the beginning to have, and what I did was I told them, if you add 5 people into the group and then comment below, I'll put your name in for a drawing. So what that did was, like here, let's see, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people that added 5 friends. So there was 35 people that got added that were new for me to make contact with. And then I didn't even know, that didn't come from like me promoting it or anything like that. And so each day I kind of came up with a schedule. I tried to post a recipe, posted a workout, and then I tried to do a little bit, some videos, there was who I won my giveaway from. But recipes, tried to do some motivation, shared what I was eating, you know, those kind of things. So just trying to kind of build a relationship with them. And then you can see, like, every time somebody commented, I'd try and always make a comment, like, you know, whatever it was, just checking in, just like we do with the challenge groups. Like I wanted them to see kind of me and how we are, tried to get them to post some pictures and that kind of thing. So just trying to up the engagement, getting more people engaged, all that good stuff. So anyway, so I created this. This is a group. This isn't the event. This is the group. So like after I go tonight and I make the new design, I'll change all this. I'll update it to whatever I'm going to name it. You can run an event through your personal page, or you can run it through your like page. So if you have a like page, you can run it through there, and you can make yourself, your personal page, the what's it called? A host too, so you can post in there as well. If you do this if you don't have a like page and you want to do it on your personal page, just make sure that you make it public. So like here you can see all of my past events, and so then you want to go in and create an event. And like I said, if you want to do this on your personal, I haven't done it on my personal forever, so it's pretty much the same thing. But one thing that I am going to do different this time that I did not get around to doing last time is I am going to, and actually I'm just going to show you. I was going to create the event on the call, but I get a little stage fright making my graphic in front of all of you, so I'm not going to do that tonight. But actually I should just send Megan my picture. She could probably make it in like a second. But no, but so this is what the event looks like after you create it. It's really easy. You just update your description, put a description there, like put some details. They changed it, and I don't like how they did it. Like it used to be you could see all the posts like when you scroll in a news feed, but now you have to click see all posts, and then all this stuff comes up. So I created an event in August, and I created an event for September. I'll create a separate event for this. But you can see I really didn't post too much in it. I kind of just talked about the group, and then I commented the link below, so that way they could just click on it and join the group. So, but you can see there are 65 people that were interested, 53 people that went. Some of these people are from my personal page, some of them are not. So what I've kind of done is gone through and people that were interested, if I was friends with them on Facebook, then I added them in. If I wasn't, I tried to send them a friend request if they seemed like somebody that I might, be in my niche or my market or whatever. But one of the things I'm going to do this time that I did not get around to doing last time was I'm going to go back through people from all summer, people from August and September, and if I talked to them or invited them, I'm going to invite them to my event. So I'm going to invite them to my free group. So hopefully the hope is that they will join, and then, they can see me giving, helping them, giving them content, providing them with support and accountability. So all you do is click invite people, and then you can click and you can invite people to your group. So I'm just going to go through my list of who I all invited, and I'm going to invite them to this event. So that does a couple things. It's another way of inviting them without bombarding them with a personal message. They are going to get a notification about it up in their actual notifications tab. And then every time I post in the event, they're going to get a notification. So yes, I'm going to be that annoying person that invites you to an event and then posts, and then you get all those notifications for it. But, I'm giving away something for free. And so I'm just trying it. I haven't done it for a long time. So that's something I'm going to try, since I'm not boosting this event, promoting this event. So I'm going to try doing it that way. It's just another way to get some people, or some people that gave me the objection of money. Here's a free event for them that they can join and get some, content and some. So I'm not doing an exercise portion this time. I'm just going to do water and recipes and just try to mix it up and see how it goes. But any questions so far? Anything?
Okay, so when you have people add other people, do you wait until you get into the group, or do you do it on your event page?
In August, I tried to do it on my event, and it didn't work because for me, it didn't work because a lot of the people that were inviting people, I was not friends with them. So they were tagging people, and I couldn't keep track of it because some of them, since it was through my like page and I had promoted it, I didn't know who they were. And so what I did I was going to see if I could pull it up so you could find it or see it. But then in September, once they were in once they were in this group, the actual challenge group, then I had them add the people.
Okay.
So then like you can go through with the members, and then I could see like who added them. So like I think it's more like down here, like added by Jenny Clark. Okay. So then I still went through though, and I tried to send her a friend request, and she did not accept it. So like this next group, I might go through and like just try and add her again. But I send them all messages too, like, hey, thanks for joining my group, blah, blah, blah. Some people respond, some people don't. Yeah, that's a good question. So let's see if you can see it. See all the posts. Yeah, so I waited to have them add people until, yeah, so here I did like giveaway, blah, blah, blah. And I got this from Katie Ursa, so I tried this, but then they tagged them here, but then the people didn't always jump into the group. So like here they all tagged people, but then I like posted the group and like none of them joined the group.
Until they get in the actual group. Okay.
So that way now they're in the group, and if they don't want to be, they can leave the group. But over here, you know, they didn't always join the group. So yeah, I tried it that way. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. So yeah, good question.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So for your September group, you had people, in order to be in the group, they had to go and like your like page first, correct?
I can't remember if I told them in September to do that or not. I think, well.
Can you have people do that though? Like not, so they have to like your page in order to see the event?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I did. And I think I did in my description, I said, be sure to like my page so you get all the updates and stuff. I think I did say that. But another thing too is, when I promoted my event, I don't know if you can see it here. When I promoted my event and then I saw that people liked it, like, because you can see, and then I pinned it to the top of my page.
mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second, I'm getting antsy. There we go. So you can see, like, this is, I had 169 people, 71 people like this post. And then some people were tagging people here too. But what I did was, then I clicked on it, and I can see, okay, all these people have liked my page. And so I would scroll through, and like if they hadn't liked it, then I invited them to like it. Another thing I did too was then, and I only did like 2 or 3 people a day because Facebook hates me and always warns me to not add people that I don't know. But like I went through here, and like this gal, I was like, okay, and I clicked on her. I'm like, oh, we kind of seem to have some stuff in common. So I sent her a message and then added her as a friend. She was never in the free group, but now I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I've been talking to her, and I see her stuff and she sees my stuff. So I take, I've been doing that since my last free group. So that was just another way for me to find people to like and connect with. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? Like, so not all of these people joined my group, but I've been trying to make contacts through those people because obviously they were interested if they liked it and stuff. So
okay.
But yeah, you can say that in your description, like be sure to like my page. When you get into the group, you could do like a giveaway type of thing. Like, and one of the giveaways I did was just a packet of Energize, Hydrate, and Shakeology, something as simple as that, just to try and get more engagement, have people like your page, that kind of thing. So
when I sent my thank yous out last time after we did that free group, I just put a note on there, make sure you go like my page, and just put my link of my page and my thank yous too. And I got a lot of traction that way also.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, and I did that too. I sent out thank yous. In this group too, I'll probably still send out messages to people that are in here, but like this gal, she never, I don't know if you can see here. Like, I'm pretty sure hey, yeah, this is what I sent. And it says we're not connected, I'm pretty sure. Oops, sorry if I'm moving you guys all around. So like, this is what I said. She never got back to me. So probably next week I'll probably still send her a message and just say, hey, so excited you're in the group, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't, and I'll probably try and re-add her as a friend. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a whole, like, add 5 new people or like this gal. She won't accept my friend request. I'm like, I feel like we'd be besties. Add me back, but she won't. So I feel like we have so much in common. Okay. All right. Any more questions on that before I kind of show you the audience thing? Okay. I am by no means an expert. And so I'm just going to share with you just some of the tips that Jesse Reagan has. And his whole philosophy, let's see if I can find his whole philosophy behind the thing is running something called a split test. So what it means by that is taking a video, taking an ad, and running it against different audiences. So you can find the audience that gives you the lowest cost per like. So initially what I first did was I made 10 videos and 5 pictures, and I ran those against Beachbody, like people that liked Autumn Calabrese. I tried to find a video that was my lowest cost per like, and then I took that video and then tried to find audiences based on things that I liked, things that my challengers liked. So like what I did was, even some of you guys, I would go to your page and I kind of stalked you, except Megan's wouldn't let me stalk her, so that was one that I couldn't. But like one thing that you could do is you go to like one of your challengers, and I'm just gonna, go to one of your challengers or some of your coaches or whatever, and you go to their about section and you find their likes, if she has any. There we go. So like what you want to do, or what you can do just to get some ideas, is you can go through here. So like Pink Pineapple Boutique. Okay, that's one thing that I could look up and add to my audience, to an insight. So I'm not exactly sure how you find this, but if you just type in facebook.com/ads/audience insights, hopefully it should come up. Otherwise I can try and find the link for you later. I just took this right from my working section. But you want to try and get an audience within more than 500,000, but not more than 1 million. So this was one thing, like before I started this training and I would watch Hillary do stuff on Power Editor, I would always try and get my reach to be as high as it possibly could. But Jesse Reagan kind of says the opposite. Like, you want a big reach, but you want it to be focused on certain people too. And so like you can see some of the different ones once it comes up. But like I've tried to target different fitness things. I've tried to, we have to type something, tried to target different parenting things. Actually, some of the best ones I've gotten have been like the Joel Osteen. I did a Joel Osteen audience. I had a really good traction from that one. But you want to do, for your location, you want to do the United States. Your age, you want 25 to 44. Even if you are under 25 or even if you are over 44, this is still the best age range for traction. And then you click women. And so then here's where you start. So like, for example, I've been trying to think about, because I just think people hate pregnant women. No, not like hate pregnant women, but like they're just, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm like, to me that's where I'm at right now, but I don't feel like that's a good target for me to audience for me to target, because most people that are pregnant, they just don't think about exercising or whatever. So I've been thinking about like post-pregnancy, like what am I thinking about? So like I was trying to think about something. Oops. Okay. Fine, I'll reload this quick. So I was trying to think of something today about like with breastfeeding or whatever. So like world, okay. So seeing what comes up here. So you can see like there's my audience, 4 million to 4.5 million. That is way too big. So then you come down here and, oh my gosh, sorry. And then you come down here and you want an infinity higher than 15. Between like 10 and 15 is really good. So you kind of look through and you go through these topics. And this takes time. Like, this is something I haven't done a lot of because I just haven't had a lot of extra time these last few months. But so you look on the Infinity, you look on their Facebook. So like, okay, so here's a group. I'm going to click on it. It's going to bring me to their Facebook page. And what you want to look for is you want to look for a lot of traction. Okay, so there's a pretty high number of people that like it. Do they have a lot of interaction? So they just posted this 8 minutes ago, and there's already 116 likes. So I'm going to guess that that's probably pretty good. There's, you know, you're looking to see 130 likes, 38 shares. Yeah, this gets a lot of good traction. So then I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it up here back into my interests. All right, so it actually doesn't have a audience that I can target, so that won't work. So then you come back down here. Okay, this one's got a pretty good, and I'm going to check this. All right, we got 600,000, so that's pretty good. Again, look, okay, 284 likes, 2 shares. Not a ton of shares, but there's a ton of comments. Same thing. So, okay, this one's pretty good. So then I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it. All right, perfect. So now that did not move my audience because breastfeeding is ginormous. So I'm actually going to delete that one. So right now with this 4 moms, I'm at 400,000 to 450,000, and I want to get at least above 500. So, and I hope I'm not like blowing your minds or confusing you. I'm just trying to show you, like, his whole training makes so much more sense. But if you, because some of you have asked me, like, you want to promote your pages, and I don't want you to throw away money like I did when Hillary did her call and was just like, pick Target, pick Gap, like target those people, and like nothing worked. And not that I've had like tons of success, but I feel like I'm actually getting people that are interested in some capacity. So anyways, okay. So now this is my main focus. So now I scroll back down and I'm like, okay, you know, Motion's hair. Does that have anything to do with like breastfeeding or moms or anything? Probably not. So I'm just still going to kind of like look through Pooch Hall. Like, what is that? I've never heard of that in my whole life. But like, I don't even think I want to click on that. Does anybody know what that is? I don't know. So you can see I'm kind of getting like weird shows, weird stuff. So I'm actually going to change it. Like, this goes by relevance. You can actually click on the infinity or affinity and like, okay, Lisa, right. I want to see what she is, because maybe she's like a show. Maybe she's a person. She's a person. I've still never heard of her, but if she has some good interaction, which she does have a lot of interaction. So if this was something that I felt like was in my market, which I don't think it is, so I'm going to delete it, but so like there, oh, it doesn't even show up, so too bad. So then I come down here, Pooch Hall, it still shows up there. It must be like a show or something. But anyway, so you just kind of, and this is what takes forever. It's like a game trying to find, you can change. So like here, I don't want something in the millions. I want to find something. And if you can't find something that you think fits, like I don't know why Lil Kim is showing up. Maybe this was not a very good example. But like Mott's, I've had Mott show up before because that's, you know, applesauce, moms feed that to their kids. I'm going to try. But yeah, so this is kind of where you go. So like, let's say that I was at 600,000 and I wanted to stay there. So then I would go to more and I would save it. And it's like not letting me save it, but. And then you can see it'll show up in your Power Editor. So it's not letting me save it, but you would type in your name, you would save it, and then it would save to your Power Editor. So if I were to go over here then and open my Power Editor, and I'm going to refresh this. So you always want, if you want to promote your event, you want to do that. You want to do that in Power Editor. And I haven't done this for a long time, so bear with me. Okay. Where are all my campaigns? Hang on, let me see. So yeah, I have just like tried to come up with different ones. Oh, I have something. Promoting posts. Okay, Power Editor. So then I would create campaigns. You're going to create a new one. And your objective would be that you want page post engagement, which I believe is this one. They've changed it since I've done that. Yeah, page post engagement. So if I were to name it, I would name it like breastfeeding because that's what I was trying to focus on. Or whatever. And then you move on and you make your audience. So this is where you would change all of this to United States, 24 to 44, just like I showed you on the other one, to women. But then I want detailed targeting. So, no. Okay, so these are all, no, they're not. Where am I? Oh, you don't do it on the ad set. Never mind, just kidding. Custom. Nope. Sorry, like I said, it's been a while since I've done this. A month, actually. Add a connection. Anyways, there should be a place where you can ad set, add a connection type. So you can do people who like your page. That can be one that you can do. And then you would add your page to it. And then you can also do like friends of people who like your page. You know, you can choose one of those there and save it. And then where you want it to be placed, you can do it automatic. So if it shows up on the side or it shows up on the front. But then this is, yeah, where you go through. And then budget. So I always did, for when I did my free event, I did $20 for the whole week. So I figured out the daily budget. So if I were to start it tonight, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 6 days, I would do like $3 a day or $3.50 a day or something like that. And so then it would, as soon as everything got approved and everything, then it would go and it would run. So then when you, after you create your ad set, then you create the ad, and this is where you want to select a post. So this is where you'd make your event, and then you'd look for it. You can find the event, you can copy and paste the link if it's been a ways away. Get out of here. If it's been a ways away, you can enter the post ID, so then you can just copy and paste the link up there. But this is then what my ad would look like if this was the one that I was promoting to that specific audience. So that, it's hard to just say, yeah, go promote, go boost your event or go run an ad when through Jesse Reagan's training, it took a lot to find those audiences. It took a lot for me to find that group that got me the lowest cost per like, but I would definitely, if this is something you want to do, I would definitely spend the time doing this and trying to find some audiences that are between 500,000 and $1 million that really target like your interests. And I've noticed that in like my fitness audiences, they do really well, but that's what a lot of people target is fitness related things. So that's why I'm trying to step out of the box and do more of like mom type stuff, or like I'm going to start doing some Dave Ramsey stuff because I've been really getting into him. Or, if there's a certain author that you really like I said, Joel Osteen, I had a really good audience with him, and I don't follow him a ton, but it just kind of opened some doors to some other things too. So trying to figure out stepping outside of your box, stepping outside of your interests of just fitness or just clean eating, but I don't want to discourage you from fitness. I just know that a lot of people tend to target those because they're just easy ones to target, I guess. So any questions? I hope that helped. I don't know. It's hard to
Do you ever just do like the regular, it might be what Hillary was talking about, like how you just go through and click like to run your ad, you pay a certain amount, you pick like an age, a gender, you type in like fitness, you type in, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's like the cheap way to do it, but you don't do like the audience and all that stuff.
That was what I had done initially. Before I started Jesse's training, like I did that with Hillary. But I just ended up getting a lot of like trash, I guess I could say. Like, because I would go through and change like education level and income level, and it didn't matter. Like I had a post, and like I remember Hillary messaged me. She's like, "You need to go delete those comments." Like, because I had rude comments on my post, and like I have not had that at all since I started doing any of this. But so I did it that way. I never really, although I take that back, I think that might have been how I found Shannon somehow, some way.
It's like,
Shannon's not trash, so.
I've done it a few times with like, for like $10 or something. Mm-hmm. And I tend to get more people from like down south and stuff. Cause like one girl was like from Florida, and I figure if I get like one person out of it, it pays, for all of my months, for a few months and stuff. Yeah. So, but I did notice like a lot of like when people sponsored, I remember there was one video, I just don't remember how to do it right now, but in that training where you like pick to not click on Beachbody coaches and not like, because they said like you're wasting your money because all of it's like sponsoring to Beachbody coaches and you don't want Beachbody coaches. So there was like a way on there, I don't know what video it was, but it was just saying like make sure you check like basically what you're doing, like check and make sure who you're like targeting and stuff, because I've noticed on my Facebook page, like I've had so many coaches like in their sponsored ads, which is fine. It's just like I know they're promoting to like my age group and stuff, but I wondered if there was like a specific way to make sure that you not like don't reach Beachbody coaches, but don't like promote to Beachbody coaches.
Yeah, well with that, like one of the first modules in Jesse's training has you sending out your first round of videos to people that like Autumn Calabrese, like Tony Horton, like me. So, but one thing, because we started the training at the same time, but she went through it faster than I did. And so she actually recommended, like I did that for a couple tests, and then she told me to move on. And so then I started doing this sooner than what she did, because otherwise you're throwing your videos at people that like are Beachbody coaches, and that's just not so.
Yeah.
But now, like, I try to first promote it to people that like my page, and then I promote it to like whatever audiences of mine that perform the best. And what I mean by perform is that means that they are liking and they are engaging on my page. So, and that's all through Power Editor. Where'd it go? Let's see. I don't know if you can see it on here. But like, here was my best ad ever. And I kept it running. I had it running from August until I think I just shut it off like last week. So I spent you can see like I spent a lot, but not really compared to what I could have done, because like each person, like each like I got was 8 cents, which is really good. Like less than 10 cents is really good. Granted, I kept it running for 2 months, so I would hope it would go down if you keep it running. But like I reached 12,000, like 13,000 people. That's how many page likes I got off that one ad. And it's like, and you can kind of see, I stopped it right there because I just felt like I wasn't getting as much from it and stuff. But the audience, I was going to tell you, the audience was, here's the people that were interested. It was this audience: Booty Belt, Bar Method, Apple and Eve, Fitness Republic, Burn 20, or Nutri Ninja. So like what happens is if somebody likes the Fitness Republic page, then my ad was getting shown up on their timeline or whatever. So it was nice because I had people that are interested in fitness, because these are all fitness related things. But I've noticed that they're into a lot of different stuff. Like they've never really heard of Beachbody. They're into, like, one lady was like, I'm into Herbalife or whatever. And so I'm like kind of running into those objections a little bit more, but I'm getting people that are interested at least in fitness and stuff. So it's all a process. It's all, I don't want to say it's a game, but it is. It's kind of like and I just haven't had time to play the game lately, but yeah. So any other question? Like, so kind of to your initial question, Megan, like, I don't know. I would, because I did it that way, that Hillary, and don't ever just hit the blue boost button. Don't ever do that. If you go anything, you should do Power Editor. The boost button is just kind of Facebook sponsored, and so I haven't heard good things about that. But if you are wanting, and maybe it's too late for you to do it for this group, but if you want to do a little research, there's tons of stuff on YouTube too. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of who does, like, Katie Ursa, she does a really good job of using her like page to promote her free groups. I'm trying to think of somebody else that uses their like page really well. She's actually in Jesse's training, but let me find her name quick. Jessica Pasola. She does a really good job with her like page and her Facebook group and that kind of thing. So that would be another person I would check and see if she has any videos, or even just somebody to kind of follow and see. And I wish it would show up that if I could save this. Oh, there. I just had to click save. So if I wanted to save this, I can name it. But here is all, like, you can see all my audiences that I've created over the last couple of months. So like when we were doing Country Heat, I tried to make some country audiences. I thought maybe I would get some luck with that, but I really didn't. Bridal, I tried to maybe try and promote or to find a good niche within the bridal market. Like I said, I tried to do some maternity stuff, but that I didn't get a ton of traction there either. I don't know where this was something, medical medium. That was somebody that engaged a lot on my page. They liked. So I checked that out. But like I said, Joel Osteen, I had a lot of success with him. Lisa Turkrist, I had a little bit with. I tried to do, when I was doing the yoga, I tried to try some different yoga stuff. So, you know, and these all save. And so if, you know, then I can add them on Power Editor and that kind of thing. So just trying to step out and find some different audiences or some different things that would help and stuff. So I guess it is a game. Like, it is trying to figure out, but don't lose sight of those basic, your vital behaviors in providing content and that kind of thing too. So any other questions or anything, you guys?
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, I'm just looking at doing like a 5-day group. Is that what you said you were doing? Just a 5-day one?
I'm going to do 7 days, even though I would rather do 5. Everybody.
Oh, you're not doing workout. One, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, but everybody in my group was like, we love 7 days. And I'm like, okay.
Mine were like, yeah, I want more days. But then like on Saturday and Sunday, my numbers went from like 40 to like 10. So.
Yeah. So I think I will do 7 days. I just don't, well, yeah, and I'm not doing I'm just doing like water and snacks and stuff. So, but
maybe, I was trying to think somehow if we could do a free group, but not really a free group, like do like a bod group, you know, like trying to get people to sign up for 30 days free of bod and then try those workouts, because I feel like that would really push into a program instead.
Maybe we could do something like that.
Like if we did it in November or something, because then, well, I guess Court de Force is coming out, so, but I don't know, just because like with traveling and stuff, like through the holidays and everything, that's the only reason why I pushed play like in November and December, because I had my computer or my phone or whatever. So
I'm trying to think, maybe, yeah, like maybe in the middle of November or something, or like if we do maybe like right before Thanksgiving, like the week of the 14th.
Or we could do it like after Thanksgiving.
That too.
Do like a holy crap, I ate a lot of food.
Like maybe November 28th to kind of like push, because I know they did a free group last year, I think in October, of a bod challenge. And then, yeah, they just made up like 2 different workouts you could choose from that were available on bod that you could try.
Or they could try to do like those, what's it called? Challenge du jour.
Oh yeah, they have that now too. Yeah. Like that one. And then I know they did they tried to mix up. So there was 21 Day Fix. We just have to look and see what those workouts were. But yeah, maybe the last week of November, because that would push kind of like in between November, December. Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. I'm not like, but kind of push into November, December.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah. I'll add that to my list. My mental list. Bod group.
So, okay, never mind. I got it.
Awesome. All right. Well, there is nothing else. Sorry, Andrea, you're probably like, what is she talking about? This lady's crazy.
My roommates are being distracting.
This lady's crazy. Oh, hey, I was going to tell you, I think I forgot to message you or message it in the thing, but I think that gal that's in college, I think her name's Carrie.
Okay.
It's Keri.
What's her last name? Like, is it
Serrata or something?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, I think Megan was the one that told me she's in college. So
Yeah.
that would be.
I have a lot of people that are interested like next month when they get paid and they can save for it, I guess, because college. But I have one signed up now, but there's a couple more that I'm talking to. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're getting there.
It'll happen.
Exactly.
It'll happen. I have 27-year-olds that say they can't afford it. So.
I know. I can't even afford it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. So awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I will let you go. I got to do a few things before I go to bed. But so.
Hit the